the young, and the restless spoilers. As the sinister truth about Martin began to unravel, Genoa City was gripped with a mix of outrage and relief. Martin, the deceiver who had taken advantage of Ashley, was finally being hunted down. But the community's efforts to bring him to justice were only the tip of the iceberg. There was a more terrifying reality waiting to surface. Ashley Abbott's ordeal was far from over. She had narrowly escaped Martin's clutches, only to find herself ensnared in another web of deceit woven by Martin's twin brother, Alan. Unlike Martin, who was overtly malevolent, Alan operated under the guise of benevolence. He posed as a healer, a man of wisdom and compassion, but his intentions were anything but pure. Alan and Martin had always been a duo, their deceitful schemes meticulously planned and executed. While Martin acted as the visible villain, Alan worked behind the scenes, manipulating those around him with his cunning intellect. Their latest scheme involved Ashley, who had already endured more than enough. Alan had managed to infiltrate Ashley's life under the pretense of helping her recover from her traumatic experiences with Martin. He used his skills in hypnosis to create a vivid, false reality for Ashley, manipulating her mind to follow his commands. Tracy and Tucker, desperate for Ashley's recovery, were grateful to Alan, unaware of his true intentions. They supported and cooperated with him, believing he was Ashley's savior. Under Alan's influence, Ashley's consciousness was warped. She fell into a state of hypnotic trance, unknowingly executing Alan's sinister plans. The progress seemed promising. Ashley appeared to be improving, her demeanor more compliant and serene. But in reality, she was being brainwashed, her will bent to Alan's desires. Tracy and Tucker's joy was bittersweet. They were thankful for Alan's perceived efforts, blissfully ignorant of the nightmare unfolding before them. The signs were subtle, but their Ashley's uncharacteristic behavior, her vacant stares, and the eerie precision with which she carried out Alan's commands. As the weeks passed, the facade began to crack. A few sharp-eyed individuals started to notice inconsistencies in Alan's story. Among them was Phyllis, who had always been skeptical of Alan's miraculous methods. She sensed that something was amiss and began to dig deeper, uncovering unsettling truths about Alan's past and his connection to Martin. Phyllis's investigation led her to confront Alan, but he was prepared. He deflected her accusations with ease, using his charm and intellect to cast doubt on her findings. Yet, Phyllis was relentless. She knew she was onto something significant and refused to be silenced. Meanwhile, Tucker, despite his initial trust in Alan, started noticing the changes in Ashley. His gut told him that something was wrong, but he struggled to pinpoint what it was. His suspicions grew, but his attempts to discuss them with Tracy were met with resistance. She was convinced that Alan was their only hope, and any doubts about him seemed like a betrayal to her. The tension reached a boiling point when Tucker decided to confront Alan directly. The confrontation was explosive, with Tucker demanding to know the truth about Alan's methods. Alan, ever the actor, played his part well, feigning hurt and indignation. But Tucker's persistence finally paid off when he stumbled upon Alan's private notes, revealing the extent of his manipulation and the dark plans he had for Ashley. Armed with this knowledge, Tucker attempted to rescue Ashley from Alan's control. However, Alan anticipated this move and set a trap. Tucker walked right into it, resulting in a violent struggle. Alan, with the aid of Martin who had resurfaced to protect their scheme, overpowered Tucker. He was left severely injured, fighting for his life in the hospital. The community was thrown into chaos. Tucker's hospitalization was a blow to everyone, and questions swirled about Ashley's whereabouts. Phyllis, undeterred by the danger, continued her investigation, rallying others to her cause. She knew that exposing Alan and Martin was the key to saving Ashley. In a dramatic turn of events, Phyllis discovered the hidden location where Alan and Martin were holding Ashley. She led a daring rescue mission, enlisting the help of trusted allies. The confrontation was fierce, with Alan and Martin fighting desperately to maintain control. But their charade was finally exposed. Ashley, still under the influence of Alan's hypnosis, was unresponsive at first. But with the support of her loved ones and Phyllis's determined efforts, she began to break free from the mental chains Alan had placed on her. The process was slow and painful, but Ashley's strength and resilience shone through.